Right. Good afternoon. It is Bob on another wonderful day. We're recording? Yes, we are. We've got sound. Oh, how wonderful. It is Wednesday the 20th. Amazon was supposed to deliver something today, and when I looked, they said, oh, we delivered it yesterday. No, you haven't. So, never mind. Let me just move that slightly. There we go. So, how are you all? Oh, swifts. The swifts are flying around all over the place. How wonderful is that? Only the one camera today. Yeah, I'm only the one camera. Just checking. I've got me. Don't know if you can see this, but this is my monitor, my iPad. Everything's on it, and I got this. This is a wonderful grey checker, but you have serious problems trying to put it back. Oh, and I've got poop all over it. It's one of those things, you know, you get poop on it and that's it. Oh, never mind. So hopefully this will be a better video. So how are you doing on this wonderful day? It's Bob with you. Had a great weekend. Went to, where did we go? Went to Ardingly in Sussex, which is just under 200 miles. 189, something like that. And it's one of those drives where you can either take the coast road, which is 10 miles shorter, and you use more petrol because you're constantly stopping and starting at roundabouts, or you can go up the M3 all the way to London and then down the M25 and then 23, and it's absolutely awful. That's the way I went. It's supposed to be quicker. It wasn't. It lied like a cheap Japanese watch. It said it's going to be 3.5 hours. It took nearly 5, because the M25 swifts, diverted my attention. The M25 on a Friday is solid, and I got right in the middle of it. And then as we're driving back, as we're driving from the M25 down the M23, you get this, what would you say? It was one of these, they're not police cars, but they're highways, traffic management cars, red and yellow flashing lights. So we got behind one of these and it wouldn't let anyone pass. It was doing 10 miles an hour. It's like, why? So you had to do 2 junctions with this, and it's absolutely slow and awful. Never mind. So, had a good weekend. Went off to a function in Brighton, and that was good. Went to the Hove. Is that the Hove Club? Yeah, the Hove Club. A lot of Rotary go there, and they've got a Masonic Lodge there, and got a couple of bars. £6.50 for a can of Guinness Zero. You have no idea. Really? They have this wonderful machine. You put this on most cans. You've got a ring pull. No, not this one. You just got a marker and it says place down. So you put this can in the machine, put the glass in and push a button, and the glass tips up. So you get this liquid coming down. All of a sudden you get the liquid coming out and it fills the glass up. And then very slowly the glass tilts back. And then the machine stops when it's this far from the top. And then you touch a button and it then fills the glass up. I think it takes about 2.5 minutes to do a pint. Not the best if you are in a queue. Can we have 10 pints, please? No! There's a lot of people drinking it. It gives me a headache. I mean, it tastes the same, but it gives me a right hangover, and it's no alcohol. So poor old Guinness Zero is not good. Sorry, just somebody walking past. I'm at Luna's Ashes again. We're in the orchard. All the apples are out. All the blossoms have gone. It's quite sad, really. A couple of weeks ago, when all the blossoms were there, it was beautiful. Now that's all gone. Everywhere is covered with sticky weed. This stuff, I don't know if you can see it. This stuff is sticky weed. Just, no matter what you do with it, you can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. And that, of course, and bindweed as well. So this is the stuff, you know, it's just bindweed, you know, it just sticks on and you can't get rid of it. I remember as a kid going through the undergrowth and I come back and my dad says, well, that's stickweed. So what? He said, look around. Of course, then you get all these little, they're like acorn size Velcro's balls, and they just stick to you and you can't get rid of them, and it's like, oh, bugger. Anyway, so a good weekend was had by all. The dinner was okay, you know, £45 a head, and yeah, that's a lot of money. No cheese course, just, the eaten mess was okay. The asparagus and a poached egg was nice. It'd have been better if it had been poached a little bit longer. The whites were on the snotty side. Delicious flavour. Asparagus with egg, that was nice. And a bit of a hollandaise sauce. The other thing was the main course. I had booked lamb, but I didn't get any. So I got a caramelised onion and goat's cheese tart, which was very nice. But the onions, you know, giving you a bit of the old EBGBs the next morning. Sorry, I'm looking that way. There's people walking past not far away. I just wanted to make sure that they weren't interfering. So life is good. We had a church group up this morning and wanting to know if they could use the centre for a service. And everything was going fine, and this, that and the other. And then one said, oh yeah, we've got the band coming in at 9 o'clock. This is every week. It's, oh, stop. Because we have problems with the neighbours. If it's too loud on a Sunday morning, they don't like that. People like to sleep in, which is, I understand that. We have wonderful neighbours. So we're trying to, so we have to negotiate with them about the noise. But there you go. There's a lot going on at the moment with the radio station. Nation Broadcasting bought Radio X a few months ago, a month and a half ago, which has caused a lot of problems. So I think what they want to do is, because I own all the multiplexes and the transmitters, they want to buy them off me, which is good. But the other problem is, if they buy them off me, then any revenue coming in I won't get, which is a bit of a pain. And I'll have to then pay to go on the multiplexes, but there you go. So everything is good. I'm just watching the birds. There's so many birds around today. There's little sparrows and swifts. Well, the swifts are flying, but the sparrows are everywhere. It looks good. The swifts will be hatching out soon. All the little baby swifts, and then they'll be trying to fledge. It's ever so funny, because they come out of the nest and it's almost like, well, we're over here playing, and if you don't come out, you go nowhere, and we're not feeding you anymore, and we want you out, and because we're going to have another brood, and you can't stay in the nest, because once the fledglings come out, they might rest for a day on something, but then they're off, and they don't touch ground again for about another 4 years. I can just imagine doing that walk. So how are you all? I hope you're all well. I hope your life is full of fettle for you. It's pretty good here. Sorry, there's just so much distraction. There's little things, little tiny furry things in the undergrowth, like voles, or no, it can't be voles, but like mice or something. Just keep popping their head out and going, hello. Right, what time is it? It's 25 past 3. This is only a short one, just to say hello. Can't think of anything to say today. No, I've got my second camera, and I didn't bring that with me today, because I just thought, I'll go and do a chat to the camera and say hello. But, there's so many birds. Just get distracted, and they keep flying. They can see what you're doing, so they're just like doing aerobatics over the top of you. Oh. I was talking to a guy a couple of days ago, and he was a pilot, and we were just chatting about flying, mostly doing approaches down to absolute minimums, because I can go down to 200 feet, but he was talking about, it's called Cat 3 ILS, where you can do auto land, where you basically don't touch the dials until the plane actually plonks down. It's when you can't see anything. So I've gone down to 250 feet. I think that's the absolute I've gone down to. And it was scary as, yeah, put your own word in there. That was really scary. But that was interesting, to say the least. So, right. I think we got the Sidmouth Jazz and Blues Festival this weekend. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. We've paid a lot of money. Sid Valley Radio sponsors the Jazz and Blues Festival. So hopefully we'll get some free beer and whatever there is. So we'll see how that goes, but it is what it is. I just love being in Sidmouth. It is the most beautiful place. I've just had Ofcom on the chat. So they send you a mail saying, you must fill in a DEI questionnaire. So, okay. And if you've got over 30 employees, and you are then you have to fill this thing in. So it said, question 1, and you go online, Snap survey. Question 1, how many employees do you have? 0. They're all volunteers. Oh. And how many of those 0 volunteers are in England? 0. And how many are in the world? 0. Okay, thank you. Because what they're after is they're trying to understand what the DEI, diversity, equity and inclusion, into radio. Of course, the problem we've got is, as a community radio station, we're all volunteers. There are no employees. Everyone's a volunteer. Even the CEO, me, is a volunteer. So I don't get paid for it, so I'm a volunteer. So, as such, you see, what they're trying to do is to find out, now I've been discriminated against twice because I'm a guy and I'm white. So I applied to join the BBC as an IT expert, and I kid you not, they said, these are the things that we want you to have. And there was 15 check items, and I had all 15, every single one. And I was the only person who requested to join the BBC who had all 15. And I thought, yep, I've got this job. And then I got told you didn't get it. I said, oh, why? Well, we wanted somebody from a black, ethnic, Asian minority background. So how many of the checkpoints did they have? 6. So, but I've got all 15. Yeah, but you're white, and we want to give it. So they got this guy in, and he was absolutely awful. So they had to then find someone else. They had to promote him out. You can't fire them, you have to promote them out. That's the way. So there's that. And then I applied to be a radio presenter with the BBC. Good Lord, you're far too white, far too old, far too male. We want somebody who's young and diverse. So I didn't get that one either. So the BBC have got this downer on me. Oh, that's him. We'll don't want him. No, don't want him. Anyway, so I'm happy. Sidmouth is a lovely place. Excuse me. There are very few families that would class under DEI here. There's quite a healthy gay community, but there is I think there's like three or four Muslim families, and 2 of those run the Indian restaurant, and the other 2 work for them. No, maybe there's more, maybe there's 10. As for African, Jamaican, whatever you want to call it, coloured, no, there's very few. And I don't know what they're going to do, bust some down. Right, you've got to go to Sidmouth. You move you out. And so there's very few people. I mean, there are a lot of people about, but we get a lot of retirees from here, from probably wealthy backgrounds. Hey, we live in Berkshire. No, you live in Sidmouth. They were complaining that one of the buses was running his engine on the seafront. How dare they run their bus? In Berkshire, they don't run their buses. Well, down here, we have a lot of senior citizens, and the buses, and disabled, and the buses need to be air conditioned, so to give these people a respite, and the engine needs to be on if the air conditioning's on. And they're like, oh, but what about the pollution? We live on the beach. Any pollution is going to get blown away, dispersed. And it's like, oh no, but we live in the Malverns and we don't do that way. Of course, you're in Sidmouth, in Devon, everything is more Swifts. Everything is slower pace, everything is, when you're driving down the road, some of these roads are just about as wide as your car. We're not talking about Ford Anglia wide, we're sort of talking modern sized cars, like my Nissan 200 van or something. But they've got these little pull-ins all over the place. So you're driving down and a car comes and they're sitting there going, oh no, we've got a Mercedes, we don't reverse. And then 2 or 3 cars come behind you and then they have to. And it's like, back. I think I've spoken about this before. But there you go. I'm looking across the valley past the camera. It's just beautiful. There's a little bit of sun coming out. There's some blue sky to the south. Over the weekend, we're going to get 27 degrees, 27, 28. And I think that is absolutely brilliant. You've got to have a bit of sun bank holiday, especially for the Jazz and Blues Festival. The long-range forecast said it was going to be bleh, but it looks good. One year, I had my little Luna with me, and she was lying by my feet on a mat, and it rained, tipped down, and the dog started floating. She just got up, wet through she was. It would just come through this mat. Anyway, right, that's it. I'll see you in a couple of days. I'll tell you what the Blues and Jazz Festival was like. Have a great day. See you soon.